Are you fleeing from the Affliction as well? If you are lost in the darkness, know that you are safe here with us. Yes, it's horrible. The Afflicted are compelled to transform and then become violent, almost feral. We were close to finding a cure, but our alchemist, Razira, went missing. I fear something terrible may have happened. I'm not sure, but it's not like alchemist Razira not to report back. My partner, Skjor, ran off to find him. I worry for him too. I want to search for them, but it's unwise to travel alone.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Our non-werewolf allies.
Have you slept yet?
Within the grotto. I need to speak with them and see if anyone might have seen where Razira was last headed. I don't think they'll be eager to speak to me, but perhaps you can get them to talk. Don't judge them too harshly. They're just afraid. We know very little about the disease. Our allies are afraid.
Okay, that's good then.
Turn on them at any moment.
Kind of seems like when I got off you were on, and then when I got back on here you were on again.
To ease their concerns and keep them safe.
Last night, and then when I got back on today you were still on. I'm like, is this dude a robot? Yeah, I was about to say, dude, you're like a machine or something.
Not as much as I'd like. It strikes quickly and indiscriminately. Those who fall ill are consumed by an unnatural, violent rage. Nothing seems to get through to them. Their minds completely deteriorate.
I'm just gonna get on here for a bit and stream for a while, for like, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half or something at the most. I'm kind of out of it a little bit today. We had some bad weather that came through sometime really early this morning, and I don't know when it knocked the power out, but then the power came back in about 10:30, and I'm the type of person where I need a fan going on for me to actually sleep properly. So obviously I didn't have my fan, so I was kind of just up at 7 a.m. and laid there and rested and all this stuff, had some breakfast, laid back down again, still couldn't fall asleep, and I'm just like, well, oh well. I was like, maybe I'll have a chance to rest for a little bit or something before I head to work. If not, it's fine. I'll be perfectly fine. I'll just get some caffeine in my system, and then I'll just head on to sleep tonight. So it's no big deal. I mean, I feel fine right now. I mean, I ain't got nothing wrong with me. Oh, you can bite me? Lovely. I'll have to do that on my European character. I played it very briefly last night, but then I jumped on my other character because I just wanted to play another class and another storyline. So, yeah, caffeine for the win. I've got some iced coffee here. Actually, that's actually my second helping of iced coffee.
Others succumb overnight. I couldn't save them. I will do what I can for those who remain. Alchemist Razira was close to a cure. We must find him.
Yeah, down the street there was a because this is kind of an old area and there's old trees that's around us. So like down the street a little ways, there was a tree that fell over in somebody's yard and fell over on the power line and knocked it down. So they had to get the tree out of the way and put the power line back up and all that stuff. So I mean, the power got back on at a decent time at 10:30. They were telling us it was going to be 11:15, but they got it on a lot earlier. So there's always my friend Jack that keep you up if you need it. Jack up. I'm not a car. At least last I checked. I don't know, everybody is identifying themselves as fantasy creatures nowadays, so it wouldn't surprise me if I could identify as a car. Sorcerer's up to 18. I don't doubt it.
Soon after our escape from our captors,
I don't doubt it, man.
my pack was enslaved and experimented upon by a sinister alliance of vampires and werewolves that inhabit Blackreach.
You're like hardcore with it.
They held us in a place called Greymoor Keep and conducted horrible tests on our kind.
I was trying to determine exactly what I was going to play some today before I head into work. I guess this is going to be it, because I was thinking about going to Persona 5 Strikers, and I was like, no, I want to play a game where I can save anywhere and just immediately quit. Which I can't save anywhere in Persona 5 Strikers, but I have to be in a certain place for it to happen. I can't be in the place where enemies are.
Skjor convinced me to fight back. He and I eventually overpowered our
You identify as a
gathered
cabbage.
people out.
A Cabbage Patch Kid, maybe?
We hid out here and formed a community with others that had been subjected to the torture.
Oh, Jack Daniels. Okay, I thought you were talking about a jack for a car.
Foolish we were.
Jacking a car up to change the tire or look underneath it to see what's wrong.
Don't judge them too harshly. They're just afraid.
Junebug, this is
You know
Mr.
very
Ravennuts.
little about
Mr.
the
Ravennuts, this is Junebug.
Our
I was
allies
playing
were
with
afraid
Raven last
we could
night
turn
on
them
this,
at any moment.
and he's
Very
also
concerning.
a
We
buddy
left
of
the water to
Pixel
ease
Gamer
their
Girls as
concerns
well,
and keep
and
them
plays
safe.
multiplayer games with them. And I also ended up playing some Road Company with him as well this past weekend. Junebug, don't you have a PS4, dude? I thought you had a PS4. Because, like, if you do, I need to get your PSN name so we can, like, get on and chat and play something. I keep forgetting to ask you that.
Not as much as I'd like. It varies. A friend of mine started showing symptoms a week before she was lost entirely.
I'm glad I remembered to ask.
Others succumb overnight. I couldn't save them. But I will do what I can for those who remain. Alchemist Razir was close to a cure. I must find him.
Gosh, I wish they would tell me which ones I've already done, because sometimes I forget. When I get involved in conversations, I forget which ones that I chose. Identify as buffalo chicken wings with a cheeseburger, lettuce, tomatoes, grilled onions, and french fries. Well, now I just want to eat you. That sounded terrible. Although then again, I guess it would probably end up making more sense if you were a female and ended up saying that. But then again, it could also go for a guy as well. If you want to toss some dude's salad. I don't know why I said that. Lord, I apologize. And be with the pygmies in New Guinea. Amen. I'm going to go activate this thingy so I can have it activated so I don't have to worry about it. So it'll be out of the way. Been running dungeons with a friend. Running dungeons is cool, man. You just like go through them, tear through them, have fun with them. Well, my gosh. Get out of the way, other player person. I thought I just saw it there, and it's not activating for me. It must be higher up. PS4 to my brother. Even if I did have one now, I would not sign onto the network because I don't like them. You know, you don't like them watching you. They're not watching. From what's been said, what it is when it comes to the whole chat thing, and I think they actually ended up changing this as a matter of fact, where you're talking about where people can go and take out a clip of something you said and send it to Sony. The Sony themselves are supposed to, well, they're supposed to be biased, but they're not. But they're supposed to go and state what, if it's offensive or not, whether they can do something to your account and all that crap. But I think they changed that. And the main thing that you do to avoid that is play with people you know. That's what I say. That's one reason why I need to have some type of introduction to somebody, and I need to test how their personality is and how their ways are before I even bother to play with them or become friends with them on here and stuff like that, you know. So you got the missus to toss your salad. Well, there we go. That's a very enlightening thing to hear today.
You're not sick, are you? Careful.
What is this, Bloodborne?
You hang around Tranya.
Talking to somebody
and
through a
long
door?
enough, that might change. I'm truly sorry, but we can't risk letting anyone in. It's too dangerous. We can't have more people getting sick.
A safety option to keep everything covered. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I said, if you just play with people you don't have to worry about it.
He's still missing? God, Azir believes a violent werewolf was a result.
Because I wouldn't
of
be
an
playing with
infection,
strangers.
One that he could cure. He went out
Somebody
in
go
search
and get
of one
butthurt or
final
something, I said.
ingredient to test for his latest recipe, and never returned.
I mean, I'm not a person who goes and openly offends anybody or says something to somebody like, oh, you're a freaking idiot or something like that. You know, I don't act like a immature little 12-year-old, but, I mean, I'm going to have my own thoughts and feelings and opinions on things, and if people don't like it, well, tough titty said the kitty.
No, but I know he took his notes with him when he left. Perhaps if you look for clues, there might be a trail to lead you to him. We want Secure found just as much as the others. Please, find Razier. He can fix all of this.
President Jar Jar. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a brave man.
Misa not the president. Misa is a puppet of Democratic Party. Misa can't remember what Misa ate last night. Misa gonna go smell this little girl.
Almost as soon as we heard Razier was missing, Score was asking after him. I told him the same thing I told you. We haven't seen him since then. He must still be out searching. Don't know how he's still standing, much less trying to find Razier.
Yeah, exactly. Reveal your venom. Yeah, I agree.
He looked exhausted. His worry for Razier seemed to take precedence, however. It's not unlike him. He's always protecting everyone else. He sometimes forgets to protect himself.
Oh, what was it? Like some spam email or something like that? Hang on a second here. I want to get this out of the way. Check my stuff here. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Just like, for example, I'm glad I got my taxes done and out of the way and all that stuff. And they were asking me when I was doing my taxes, like, would you like to donate like $1 or $3 or something to the presidential campaign? I'm like, fuck no, I ain't giving none of my money to the Democrats. Hell, I wouldn't give any of my money to the Republicans either. I ain't giving my money to any political party. You freaking jackasses are rich as hell anyways. Oh, I just did this today where I turned on the NPC subtitles. I completely forgot that that was even an option. When I was talking about last night, Raven, about not being able to hear other characters talk, when I had the volume down, and there was those subtitles that came up. I really don't read this stuff.
There's a fire up by those ruins. Maybe Razier set up camp there.
What the heck? Okay, let me just go ahead and activate this thing and get it out of the way. At least I have that, that's that much. Well, it's just like one of the things he ended up doing recently, he went up to go talk to some doctors or something. He wasn't even wearing a mask, which, I mean, it's whatever with me, man. You know, when it comes to that stuff. I mean, we are, you know, you and I already talked about it pretty much being utilized as a political tool. I mean, yeah, it's something that's real, but it's been thoroughly blown out of proportion. But we could talk all day about that. I don't have the energy today to discuss all of that or talk about it. But you and I have talked about it on numerous occasions. I mean, the way I see it, I'm like, whatever, I'll go ahead and wear one in close quarters, but there's no sense in wearing one outside, just like Kevin Smith's dumbass ended up talking about. That dude's been smoking so much weed, he's burned out every damn brain cell in his head. Of course, he's just Hollywood elite. He doesn't know any difference. He's just part of the hive mind. Balls? What's up with balls? Did something happen to your balls? Formulate for the president to stick glitter on your balls. Oh, I don't think glue would work too well with that. mean, I don't know, maybe if you shave first, then yeah, but... Yeah, so I read it. I had to go to my YouTube app on my phone to check it out because this friggin' app here on the PS4 only wants to put so many characters out there at one time. There we go, that's where I need to go. I don't want to deal with that. Hello, Derzog. Whatever the heck you are. Got me a little pet wolfie. Which I think I'm going to get rid of him because he's distracting. That's a lot of farts coming out of there. I need to go ahead and just like get rid of him because like he's just kind of in the way, and I'd rather have him where he's not there. Would make for a funny video. Yeah, he could. Yeah, she probably would. She probably definitely would. Knowing how she already doesn't want to deal with the military already as it is.
Quickly,
which I don't blame her. Knowing how they don't care about the military, so fuck them.
No sign of Razir himself. But this journal should at least give us a clue as to where he went. What does it say?
You took forever to say that, honey. You need to say all this stuff together. I only got so much time here. Razir thought he found a cure and went to test it.
That's comforting. He must have been fairly confident to attempt the test.
It would make for a funny video. What? To like wax your balls or something? Is that what you're saying? Do you think he was successful?
Impossible to say. But I hope with all
I don't even want to think about that.
The cavern he writes about is nearby. We have a lead. Let's investigate.
Let's find that cavern.
We need to get to the cavern quickly and see if Razir is there.
He's still worried about scars. I almost said scar. Score. There we go.
He's always been a strong one. They did awful things.
Yeah, I imagine if she would, then yeah, she's right on the money.
He inspired me when I felt like giving up.
Well, that's...
I'm not totally sure.
I don't even want to think about that.
I knew they experimented on him more than the rest of us. Because he was the strongest.
That whole mental image pain thing is just
strange mutations.
Far beyond anything that I could even imagine.
Sick to think of it.
That right there is a thing that's yeah, the rather serious issue that I'm just like, nope, that's not happening. My fiance actually talked about that with me, about me waxing my back. But like, my back isn't like, it's not really hairy or nothing. It's just like on the back of my shoulder blades. You know, like if I were to sprout wings or something, that would be cool. But it's just like on the backs of my shoulder blades is where there's like a little bit that's there, and it doesn't really seem like it's too prevalent anywhere else, you know, than any normal man would have any regular body hair, but it seems like might just be a little bit more right where my shoulder blades are. And she's talked about it. She's like, well, why don't she get them waxed? I'm like, hell no, I ain't getting them waxed. I'm like, no. I'm like, you know, you may go and do that stuff. You ladies may go and do that stuff with different parts of your body and all that stuff, but I ain't, no. I told her, I said, if I do it, I said, I'm just going to take my little clippers that I use to shave my head with, and that's how I'm going to do it. You lost a bet to try a full body wax. Oh, dear God. I bet you were slipping and sliding all over the place, like you were covered in grease. Well, if that's the case, if that's your thing, if that's your fetish, then so be it, I reckon. Start singing that 3 Days Grace song. Pain!
The rage. It's gone.
Best time of your life. Oh boy.
Senses once more.
I bet water just beat it right off of you like water off of a duck's ass.
He's our only hope.
And I have to worry about it sticking anywhere.
When I fell ill, I felt this all-consuming fury. I had no control over myself. My body was not my own. I've never felt so helpless. But Razia cured me. My head feels clear again.
It's funny that their face would cringe knowing they're the main ones that do stuff like that.
I don't remember much. Just the rage. When I woke from it, Razia stood over me. He was ecstatic, babbling about his cure being a success. Before I could ask him anything, we were attacked by Skjor. It all happened so fast.
What happened to Lucille?
He ran. Skjor chased after him. Looked to me like they went east. I wanted to help, but I'm too weak. I could barely stand. I lost track of him after that. I don't know if he survived, but please, you have to look for him. His cure works.
I'll find Lucille.
Be careful. Skjor's changed. He is no longer the man he once was. The disease has completely destroyed his mind. He won't hesitate to kill you.
Goodbye. And speaking of Jar Jar Biden, Junebug, it's just like how he goes and makes this mandatory mandate for everybody to wear masks on government grounds, and he doesn't even do it himself. Misa is a president. Misa do what me want, even though Misa don't remember. Wait a minute. That is... What the... Okay, I think it's a... Okay. I'm getting... I got confused. Yeah, I'd imagine your nuts were the worst part. I wouldn't... yeah. Everywhere else, you probably would have a sense of being able to handle it better, but when it boils down to that, the most sensitive parts of a man's body, nope. Hell no. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Although I will say, I like that talk that presentation that Trump gave yesterday at the CPAC. So that was cool, you know. He's still around. He's always going to be around. May not be the president now due to voter fraud, but he's talked about, he's hinted at a 2024 run, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, you know, it's real funny. It's real funny, you know, under Trump we didn't have any kind of war or anything that broke out, but everybody was like, oh my God, we're gonna go to World War III. Like, you people are fucking idiots. I mean, that probably would have happened if Hillary had gotten in office, and that didn't happen at all. And what happens? First year Biden's in office, only a couple months into his whatever the hell you want to call it, knowing he's a puppet anyways. He gas prices are rising up. What a big surprise that is. Oh, let's drop some bombs too while we're at it. Yeah, that didn't happen. That didn't happen when Trump was in office. Not like that. Not we didn't have freaking gas prices going up the wazoo either with this. I mean, that exact same thing also ended up happening when Obama was in office. And, oh yeah, wait a minute, Biden was the vice president under Obama. So yeah, of course that's going to end up happening with him again. That wasn't any surprise to me at all. Dadgummit. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to go up around that way to wrap up around down there. Because if I go... Good lord, if I go down, I'll have to wrap all the way up. Maybe this will work. I don't know. Let me see. If I get into a Harrow storm, it may be a real... a Harrow shitstorm, I should say. Because I tried to do that once, and I got the floor wiped with me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's also been talk about Ted Cruz possibly running as well in 2024. Which one thing I can at least respect for Ted Cruz is the fact that he's standing up against this cancer culture PC bullshit. That's one thing I could say for, especially when he ended up putting Twitter and Facebook on the mark about it, about their Nazi Germany censorship that they pull. Exactly how cancer culture is. It's like Nazi Germany. That's exactly what it is. We don't like what you say, we're gonna silence you. Yeah, okay. Yep, that's government bollocks, alright. You're absolutely correct. Born in Scotland, I believe his parents are American. I don't think it deals with family. I think it has to be you, period, if you're born in America. I don't know though. I don't know what the rules are with that. I mean, if you have lineage that's connected to America, then maybe. I don't know. Not really sure. I don't know all the government stuffs. Lord knows that stuff's always changing. Good lord, this is a big area. But there's no Harrow storm here. I guess there would be. Because Lord knows nothing's activated yet, I think. Oh wait, I've already been here before. So why is it telling me to stop it? I had already talked to these people once before, but there's nothing that's going on. McCain was not born in America and Obama was not. Where was McCain born? I know Obama wasn't. Or was he? I don't know. I can't keep up with this stuff. There's just so much crap that happens with it, dude. Anyways. I don't know why that wasn't activating. At least I made it over there.
God damn it, run!
So here we are.
Damn these Harrow storms and what they do to my people.
Ah, Svanna, you're back again.
I came here to learn what the Grey Host has planned, and what did I find? Good citizens of the Holds, afflicted by the Harrow storms and kept prisoner for some ungodly purpose. No matter how many I set free, the Herald will not leave this place.
Well, you also know that people who ended up voting for Biden are also regretting their decision now. Like there wasn't enough evidence that came out already talking about him, how he was, how his family was, everything, all this evidence, everything just coming out of the woodwork, people saying not to do it, people did it anyways, but then again, voter fraud also ended up going and increasing that even more. So, it's so funny too. People were saying like Biden was the most important, not most important because he's not, but the most popular president in the history with 80 million votes. I laughed when I heard that because it's a friggin' joke. It's a friggin' joke. That there's no way that legally ended up happening ever. Had an opportunity to scout the Grey Host camp.
That's all I've been doing, and trying to get these afflicted people to leave this place. The Herald. The storm robs them of their will, their minds. I wasn't able to slip deeper into the camp.
Hey, you finally talked fast with that one. Argue. Hate a man that much as they hate the man who is still president, not just an offense, and you claim to be... Hang on a second. And you claim to be a Christian, you're not a true Christian. Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, it's so funny to me that people want to go and vote for somebody else just to get somebody out of office that just is on Twitter a little too much, and he kind of runs his mouth a little too much. I mean, you voted for the lesser of two evils, you take the good with the bad, so on and so forth. And yeah, I'll admit, he was on there on Twitter a little too much and running his mouth just a little too much, but that still doesn't discount the fact of things that he actually did for the country. There's no doubt about that, but people don't want to see that. Need to try to find out about the big storm the Grey Host is planning.
Agreed. There appear to be a number of Grey Host warlords in the camp, so discovering their plans should be possible. We need to be careful, though. I don't want us to wind up like the Herald, serving as food for these bastards.
Tell me what you've noticed while scouting around the camp.
Messages have been coming and going.
She tried to cross her arms there for a second.
I've heard the name Rada al-Saran, the Ashen Lord, spoken in hushed and revered tones. His name was on the communique you found, remember? We need to get down there and see what else we can learn.
I wonder what the Grey Host is doing down there.
Hiding, building their forces, digging, undermining. That's the correct term, I think.
No different than the other presidents try to connect with the people with technology.
Herding them like
but you're
cattle.
correct.
It's monstrous what they're doing to these poor people. The only thing I'm sure of is I have to try. If my father won't act, then it falls on me to get things done. It's what my mother would want me to do.
It's just this same old career politician bullshit, man. Biden been in office for over, what is it, 40, 50 some odd years? Or whatever it is. Hadn't done anything that's worthy of note. And then when I go and vote him in office, I was just like, oh my god. Sad, terrible, and funny all at the same time. Oh yeah, that government definitely sucks. It's just like, for example, Raven Nuts with our country. Oh, which by the way, Junebug, Raven is from the UK. Just like with our government, it's like the way that I see it is that the Democrats are degenerates and the Republicans are pussies. So with how things are going in these government politicians and how everybody is saying how our Congress, there needs to be term limits. If there's term limits with presidents, so there needs to be term limits with Congress. And I agree. I don't know why that isn't a thing. That makes no sense to me. Dadgummit, where was the... Oh, okay. I thought these were all in different places, but I guess it's not.
Look, on the scaffold. Let's eavesdrop on those werewolves.
Is this it? Are they up there? Oh, we're sneaking. They're all pussies, yeah. They're all pussies!
I left the orders in my tent, but the Ashen Lord was clear. We need more netherroot. See to the undergrowth immediately.
As you command, Pintock.
The undergrowth? That sounds important.
Yeah, yep. They're definitely all pussies. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. Freaking YouTube going and censoring. I'm not censoring anything. YouTube is doing that. Because I think somebody actually had mentioned that to me. They're like, hey, I got censored. What's up with that? I said, I have no idea. I said, it wasn't me that did it. I said, I don't have any trigger words on my channel. Might as well call them trigger words. I mean, what other way is there to really be able to say it? Okay, so I already ended up killing some feral... I feel killing feral vampires, apparently. But I was killing feral werewolves before. this might have been a bad idea. I don't know how it would be, considering I've already done this before. But, I mean, taking out one of these things, or taking out these guys before. Apart from America, so, well, the way that America is going right now, especially under quote-unquote leadership, if you even want to call it that, with how things are going. That definitely makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
There, on the left.
What the heck was that sound? Well, I can't really listen in because there's a battle happening over here, honey. A battle. Wait, let's see if I can take some stuff while they're fighting. Ooh, a lockpick. Who in his business had to have a safe space called a don't cry room, and every time people were in there, he deducted their pay. That's funny. That's sad and funny at the same time. For one, he ended up allowing it to do it, but I guess he also made a point. It's like, hey, if you're gonna be a pussy, then I'm taking your pay. Then again, that's kind of crazy how he can legally do something like that. But then again, it probably wasn't legal, to be honest. Oh crap, I thought there was something over there. I guess not. What is this? Oh, it's just an investigation. I thought I was looking out for something. But I guess not. I guess it would be up here. Ah, there we go.
Exarch Zingalis has fallen. I have never seen Rada El Saran, our Ashen Lord, so feel this sorrow. Or
I shouldn't really say leadership in America. I should say representatives or representing, not leadership, because there's no leadership coming out of that. Sure as hell isn't from me. Leadership, my unshaven taint. Well, right now it is, but it'll be a shaven taint at some point.
Let's search for a copy of those orders.
I'll complain to them. Why is my paycheck only $45? 40, and I get paid $20 an hour. And I worked over, so that's a lot of damn crying. If that's the case, that's a lot of crying. Okay, so there's a smaller area here. Well, that was a bad idea. Not really. It recharged. I need to increase my health pool when I level up again. I'm gonna kill you.
That's what we were looking for. Let's talk over there.
I apologize, person who builds up the lore and stuff in here, and I don't bother to read them. I apologize. I just don't play a game. I don't want to read a book. Not to also mention the fact. Oh, here's something. Raven, I don't know if you knew about this, but there is a podcast on Spotify that goes into all the lore books of I think it's all the Elder Scrolls series, or I think they just started with Skyrim. It's been on for a while, and they'll read through the different lore books and things like that from the series, just from that game as of right now. And if you don't want to read them, you can just listen to them.
Orders from Rada Al-Saran. His words sent a chill down my spine. Their plan for Solitude?
It might even be
get you
more
foreign bills.
dreadful
Yeah,
than
no
all
kidding,
that
man.
attack. We need to get back and determine the exact location of this undergrowth place.
I think one reason being is why I may end up trying to stick with this when I'm playing during the week and maybe not so much other games. Well, I mean, I could, but considering I go into work earlier now, which I mean, it's my choice to do so, I don't have to. I mean, you know, I don't have as much time during the day, which actually it's only like an hour difference, hour and a half difference, actually, really, of extra time that I'm going in.
You saw what happened at
Solitude is a
Kilcrease and
danger.
Karthwatch. Whatever they have planned for Solitude, it sounds a whole lot worse. I wish we knew more about this Rada al-Saran and what drives him.
I may actually get on and play some of Bravely Default 2 for a little bit and just try to grind out some levels and then save before I go into my next dungeon. He makes it sound like he considers his army to be his family.
Family of monsters? Who could imagine vampires and werewolves working together? Let alone talking about one another like brothers and sisters. It's not natural.
Hopefully the orders we found will give us an advantage.
Fenorian has the right idea. Come up with a defense against the Harrowstorms. After that, we can take the fight directly to the Grey Host. Thanks for assisting me. I'll see you back in Solitude.
What else do I need to do?
We came down here to find out what the Grey Host has planned. But Fen still needs information about how the medallions are created, and a
Surprised
sample of the
Millennial
refined
worked
nether
overtime.
glue.
Yeah, me too.
Help Fen and Lyris at the other camps.
I heard a
Then
funny
meet me in
joke today. It says, it's a funny joke. It said, what is a hipster? It's a man who wears his grandfather's clothes but doesn't have his work morale. I cracked up at that. Yeah, I saw that today. I was like, oh, I never heard that one. That's a good one. Okay. Apparently I would need to go back up over there. This Harrowstorm thing ain't working right. Oh, the Harrowstorm thing. I'm sick of these damn Harrowstorms. I'm sick of these motherfucking Harrowstorms in this motherfucking place. Anyways, how do I get back up there? I don't think I can get back up here from this side, I don't believe. I'll check and see. How do I get back up over here? Where's Skinny Jeans a tree service? He ripped his pants. He ripped his pants. Oh man. Forgot something that day underneath. So I guess his Raven nuts fell out, I guess you could say. Take a break from ESO and get ready to play some Destiny 2. Yeah, I actually had been looking into some cross-platform games for me to be able to play with my friend who plays PC mostly. And we were doing that with the demo for Outriders, and I may go back and play that some because they ended up updating the demo, but he's gone all through the demo with a lot of different stuff, and I'm glad it actually saves your progress because I'll get the game at some point, but I ain't paying full price for it. That ain't happening, but I definitely do want to play it more. And yay! So we're gonna try and do that at some point. Refine. Ooh, well, that's lovely. I can't do any of that, though. Can I create anything? I can't create shit. So at least I got that much. Started crying on your boss for laughing at him his first day of work. I tore my pants and my nuts fell out. I'm surprised he even has any nuts. Skinny Jeans makes it seem like they would push them up into your throat. There was a couple guys I went to school with who were actually twin brothers. Well, one of them went to school there, the other one didn't. They always wore skinny jeans, and he was already skinny, and then he wore skinny jeans. They're like a damn skeleton. I would be like, dude, do you even have nuts? Like, I mean, I gotta let my balls breathe, man. I gotta let my boys hang. I gotta let some air go up down there. I don't want them all shoved up into my nuts. I don't want my nuts shoved up into my nuts. I don't want my nuts shoved up into my friggin' throat. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I already did that. might go play Apex after it downloaded. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if I should even really bother with that, because there was something that happened when I downloaded it and started it up that really got my goat, and that was it forcing that Black Lives Matter sigil or logo or whatever it was in my face. It's like, oh, you got a free gift and this is what it is. Oh, yeah, a domestic terrorist organization logo. Thank you so much for shoving that in my face. If you want to put that on your friggin' store for people to take, then so be it, but don't be forcing it over on my account, because I don't want it. Because that right there is just pushing over a political agenda over on me, doing that shit, and that pissed me off. And I'm like, I told a friend of mine about it. He said, well, dude, because he plays on PC, he's like, but dude, he said I really wasn't even going to bother with it in the first place, knowing it's on the Epic Games Store, and them and their Chinese virus bullshit, because it ended up happening with Borderlands 3 on the Epic Games Store. He said, I wasn't going to mess with that. He says, but I'm not even going to mess with it now for sure after you ended up telling me that. I was like, if you want to do that, Apex, you do that, you do you, bro, but I don't want it on my account. I don't know if there's some way I can delete it or get rid of it, but that might be the only way I may really play it, because that right there, man, they freaking just cucked out over that, man. That must to begin with was the problem. Well, no kidding, if he was wearing skinny jeans. I mean, you gotta be safe when you're doing that stuff, and skinny jeans ain't gonna do it. Stretchy stuff like that. Okay, wait a minute. What the? Find receiver, find receiver. Oh, so it's basically the. Okay. Oh, well, time to fight. I mean, but yeah, that whole Apex thing, dude. I feel like if I can't get it off of my account, I probably might not even bother with it. I'm just like, dude, you can't even have any kind of friggin' entertainment just be entertainment nowadays without having some type of godforsaken political agenda with it. It just can't be entertainment, mindless fun, creativity, nothing like that. You always got to have some type of narrative to follow. I'm sick of it.
By the set of your jaw, I'd say you're the hardy sort. You're just in time. I am in need of
I wouldn't talk about it or nothing like that, but it is what it is, because it's always getting shoved in my face, so might as well speak out against it.
But the numeric treasures within should be quite splendid. Indeed. I was conducting an ambitious experiment when my tools gave out. Someone or something ransacked this ruin some time ago. But I believe valuable power nodes and a master scepter still exist within. Perhaps you'd like to help me acquire them.
Oh, the BLM logo thing that I was talking about. And how it just affects all of media nowadays with political jargon. Not just that, but in general, of the liberal side of things.
Once we enter the scraps, we'll need to locate dormant Dwemer spiders. With my control rod, I'll command them to retrieve the power nodes for us. I'll need you to gallantly protect me from their more irritable brethren. I'd pay you for your effort.
You know what, I just realized something. I have a Wood Elf Templar, and I made another Templar with a Nord. So I'm really thinking about deleting the other Templar, because I think I made him for the Somerset expansion, I believe. But the thing is that he is like level 7, and this guy is like level 11 now? Excuse me, or 12? Something like that. So I'm just thinking about going to get items off of him and put them in my stash if I can, to transport to other characters, unless that's only like a ESO plus thing that you can do. Because I was just thinking about going ahead and getting rid of him, because that'll leave me open another character spot.
Once we head inside, we can scout out a few dormant spiders to do our bidding. Lead on, assistant. I will follow and observe.
Did he really do that?
Can't let any harm come to my delicate tools.
What? Well, there's no reason for me to ask why in the world would there be a sign laying down, because there are also a bunch of people who just want to trash everything. So, it wouldn't surprise me they would just be laying around somewhere randomly. Before we go inside, I have some questions.
You'll find me very partial to answering. Ask away, here.
Alright, man. I'll check you later. I appreciate you coming into the stream. I'll holler at you later. Thank you kindly. Oh, that's funny, man.
Scraps. A coarse sobriquet for an astounding ruin. My research indicates that Dwemer used this place as a manufactory, crafting all manner of animunculi, from tiny spiders to hulking centurions. Alas, someone has made a mess of it.
What kind of experiment are you
Some
conducting?
scholars believe that Dwemer were able to communicate with one another over vast distances through fascinating headwear called miters. I happen to have one in my possession, and I plan to activate it with the power nodes.
Who do you intend to call?
I don't dare to dream
Ghostbusters.
that I might communicate with the lost Dwemer themselves. But if I can unravel the secrets of the mitre, I may find myself closer than any scholar has ever been to discovering the nature of their disappearance.
Goodbye. That's just funny, dude. That's really funny. Should have took a picture of that and posted it up on some social media thing. Oh, a delve. The only real thing that I can really go to in terms of being a single player or not having a party, or being in a party, I should say. Now you turn autocorrect. There's no telling, man. That happens way too much with me too. Whenever I'm trying to send a message to people or something, it autocorrects.
We'll need Dwemer spiders to gather the nodes for us. Look for scrap piles.
Or auto
We might find
retards,
some
I guess I
amidst
should
the
say.
chaff.
I missed the chaff. I got a chaff for you. That's what she said. Die, 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 da, die, die, da, die. Die, 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 da, die. Book stack. I remember they have book stacks here. I thought it was just. Oh my god! What are you running for? What are you running for? Start something. You can't finish it? Oh my. Why are you just standing over there, dude? Why don't you help me? Oh, we need to go in here and get this, but you're my bodyguard. Well, you know, you can at least try to defend yourself too, because I'm only one man. I'm only one man.
Quickly now. Search the scrap heaps for an intact spider I can convince to help us.
Oh, why don't you do it? Why don't you friggin' do something? How about I kill stuff and you just go and check stuff like you're supposed to? How about that?
Excellent work, assistant.
Oh, never mind.
Now, let me give it orders to get us the power node.
I want to have one of those as a combat pet. Oh, he go up through the hole?
Well done, well
Oh.
done.
Oh my.
Grab the power node.
He blew a hole in the thingy. That's a big ass gem. That's one of the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic. Oh wait, we're gonna have to do this a handful of times. That's what it seems. Oh my gosh, they're in all these different areas, which I was not aware of. Oh, up to this way into there. Well, we're gonna fight anyway, so whatever. Oh, I've never seen this one. At least in Skyrim, I've never seen this guy. Dwarven Arquebus. Arquebus? Succubus? Yeah, exactly, man. Well, you know, it's Hollywood. Hollywood gets away with murder. Literally.
This may take some searching. Look high and low for an inactive spider.
Why you gotta run? Why you gotta run? Why you running? I'm farting. Wait a minute, what? Where is it? Oh, it's gotta be up top, I guess. That's what it seems like. Ah, yes.
There we are. Go on and get to know this one.
Boop, 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 boop. I guess it's gonna pop down there.
Isn't it just magnificent? How Dwemer technology endures.
Rah! Broke my ankles. Ugh. You have to excuse me for a few moments, folks. I need to go to the little boy's room. Okie dokie pokey. We have returned. Wow, chicka 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 wow. Oh lordy, it's raining some more outside. Which is of no surprise to me. Rain, rain, rain. Alright. We're gonna go up this way to go over that. No, that place is blocked off. Or do I need to... go down here and wrap up that way, I think. Freaking Dormer ruins. I really do hope that they, in the new Elder Scrolls game, they give us backstory on the Dwemer's, which they're dwarves. It's just another word they made up in their lore for dwarves. So it's like, okay, well, how about we see what they look like? I think they're gonna look like some kind of, they're gonna be dwarves, but they're gonna have Probably a bit more of a stout look to them, I think, even though dwarves are already stout, but they're going to have a bit more of a... Well, they're not going to be mechanical, but they'll have more of a mechanical look, I guess you could say. I don't know. I'm just spitballing because we've never seen them, so we don't know. We just know from statues and things that we've seen in the games. Oh, wait a minute, Junebug, you said you gave your PS4 to your brother. Didn't you say your brother ended up moving in with you? I don't know if it's down here. Oh, it is down here.
Ah, good as new. Run along and fetch me my power node, little one. The spider dislodged the node. Pick it up!
Pick it up!
Can you imagine how this place must have looked in its prime? I can almost see it now. The hiss of steam, the singing of metal, the hum of the power cores. It must have been a sight.
So
An excellent question! How to explain? They operate like Dwemer power cores, just on a miniature scale. They generate an extraordinary amount of energy despite their small size. Truly ingenious design. And more than sufficient for my experiment.
What's the plan?
The power nodes are stored in crystals suspended above the floor. We'll need to find inactive spiders
he's just telling me this stuff. I already know
scale
that.
the walls and dislodge them. Once we have the nodes and Master Scepter, we can make our undoubtedly daring exit.
What's the Master Scepter do?
Think of it as a music conductor's baton.
Baton.
The tonal power contained in the mitre is overwhelming, chaotic. The scepter modulates and unifies the tones to make them harmonious, accessible, and safe. Or safer, at any rate.
What's so important about these power nodes?
An excellent question.
Never mind, you already said something about it, so we're good. Now we need to go to... not that way. Clearly not that way, so it's got to be up. If it's up over this way, then it would be up over this way. Okay. So... okay. Oh my god, electrocuted there or not?
There! The Master Scepter is just beyond those animunculi.
I jumped over that, damn it. Dwarven spider. What the hell? He's a big boy. Damn it. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Gotta go a damn way shrine because I don't have anything to resurrect me. Oh. No, 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 no. That's telling me that I'd have to run all the way back around again because I'm supposed to be taking... Yeah, I'd have to jump back down there again. Because that would lead up to there, so I actually would have to run up all the way up through there and do... Nah, never mind. Never mind, I don't even really feel it like this now. I'm not gonna bother with it. This right here needs repairing. Oh, lovely. Wonderful. I don't even really care about that. I'll just go to something else. Sorry, I was responding to something here. Okay, now with that out of the way. I guess we'll just go on over here. I gotta keep checking to make sure I'm actually going the right route. Knowing things can get a bit twisty here.
You're not sick. Did Tranya send you? There is a cure for the affliction. I hid a few vials before I went to test it, just in case anything went wrong. Take my instructions. They will lead you to it. And tell Tranya, Skor is lost.
What do you mean by
succumbed to
lost?
the affliction. His mind is gone. There's nothing there but rage. I thought there might be something left of the man he once was, but he's too far gone. He nearly killed me.
Where is Skor now?
I don't know. I just ran, hoping that I would lose him before I lost too much blood. He's still out there somewhere. Please, you have to find my cure. I'm too injured to retrieve it myself, but my instructions will lead you to it.
I'll find the cure.
Thank you. Please, don't let my work go to waste.
What happened back at the cavern?
Once I thought I had a suitable mixture for the cure, I knew I needed to test it. During my search, I found Brigvar. He was in a late stage of the affliction. I didn't know what would happen, but I had to try.
I met Brigvar. You cured him.
Yes. I felt hopeful for the first time in weeks. But before I could even observe the full effects of the cure, Skor attacked. I ran as hard as I could. I didn't want to die having only cured one person. There are so many more that need my help.
Goodbye. Okay, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and end up in the stream now. I appreciate everybody coming out to the live stream and checking out the archive version. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave now because I gotta go and leave for work within a couple hours or so. So I'm gonna get something to eat, chill out, so on and so forth. Maybe I'll be back and stream a little bit tonight before I head to bed. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. But I'll probably be back tomorrow streaming something. Could be this, could be something else. But I appreciate everybody coming out, and I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later taters. And remember, hit the subscribe bell, hit the subscribe button, so on and so forth, yada yada yada. For anybody new to YouTube and don't know about those, so you can always be updated on when I'm posting stuff and audios and all that lovely, lovely stuff. Bye.